Coming up on Mastering Cosplay.
When you're dressed up as these strong female characters, how does it make you feel?
I feel like I'm in like a different form. Like I'm like exploring like an alter ego, which is like I think that's why personally why I do cosplay.
And is this your profession?
I actually do technical writing, so writing manuals and stuff for an airline, actually.
For airplane crashes?
No, for airline flying.
Cosplay, the practice of dressing up as a character from a film, book, or video game. Do I know what it is? No way. But I'm ready to delve deep into the cosplay community and discover what inspires them. You'll learn words like fandom, closet play, mashup, and gender bending. I'm even contemplating dressing up in my first cosplay for Comic-Con, if I'm convinced. I'm Miles Cloutier, and if you want to be wowed, stick with me. Let's go. Today I'm in Soweto, an urban suburb of Johannesburg, and I've come here to meet Mandy, who specializes in film work.
Mandy's been dabbling in cosplay since 2017, and she also likes to make her own costumes. So let's go see what we can find out. Well, this is it. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, are you Mandy?
Yep, I'm Mandy.
Hi Mandy, I'm Miles.
Ah, nice to meet you.
Mandy, we're in your room.
Yep, it's crazy. Like people constantly tell me I never come out of the house, but why would I leave? I love it here.
Can you tell me what you're studying in school?
I actually graduated. I did a BSc in zoology and physiology, and I'm currently doing computer science and informatics. And then part-time, I study languages, so Mandarin and Japanese. I actually started Japanese recently.
Tell me how you started in cosplay.
It was a very sad story. Okay, this is not meant to be discouraging, but I remember my friends and I in high school would like going to Rage. And I was watching an anime at the time called Tokyo Ghoul. That's one of the posters, and this is the character, Toka Kirishima. So I really liked her, and she basically just wears like a simple white shirt, like a uniform, and like a blue skirt, which I already had like in my closet. And then she has a wing, well, two wings, but one was bigger than the other. But then because I wasn't experienced at the time, I went the 2D route. And I used cardboard, I used like plastic just to get like different textures. But then I didn't think it through in terms of attachment, and that's why I say it was sad. Because I got there and then I tried to attach my wings to the shirt and the wings kind of broke and it almost ruined my rage. But I think because I'm such a cheerful person and because of my friends, it kind of like didn't discourage me. But that was the first cosplay I've ever made. And I still have horrors to this day about it.
Can you tell me about what you're going to dress up for Comic-Con this year?
I'm going to be cosplaying Yoruichi. I've actually had her wig for like 2 years now. She's a character from Bleach. And she actually transforms into a cat at times. But she's really awesome, can kick butt. I really like strong female characters and even fun, like characters with fun personalities.
Could you tell me about your favorite character?
I would say Wonder Woman. I actually have cosplayed her before. And it was quite a challenge for me because at the time I was invited to host a panel on diversity in cosplay. So I wanted to just do something different, like try something different. And I feel like Wonder Woman or Diana Prince embodies that.
When you're dressed up as these strong female characters, how does it make you feel?
I feel like I'm in like a different form. Like I'm like exploring like an alter ego, which is like, I think that's why personally why I do cosplay.
The character makes you feel different.
Yes.
And you act differently as well.
Slightly.
You make all of these costumes yourself.
So that's another fun fact about cosplay. You don't have to make everything by yourself. But yes, I have made a couple of my cosplays by myself. So what you'll notice in the cosplay community is that there's people that work with foam and some people work with sewing and fabric. And then as you get more skilled, you try work with both because some cosplays need a bit of both.
Yeah. Cool. So you're going to get dressed up for us?
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay.
Wow. Is that one of your moves?
If it has explosives, then yes.
Explosives?
Yep, explosives. I am King Murder Explosion.
Mandy, could you tell me about your character?
Okay, so firstly, I'm not Mandy, I'm King Murder Explosion.
Okay.
And I have explosives, so I can blast you off the seat right now. Okay, I'm kidding. So Bakugo is like a very mean guy. Okay, I think he's a lot more misunderstood. Not that mean, but misunderstood. He's one of the heroes in a specific class, and he's basically learning how to use his powers. So this is depending on where or how far you are along in the anime.
And do you use your powers for good?
Most of the time, yes.
Why have you picked this outfit and costume and character today?
I know a lot of people have been watching Boku no Hero. If I'm not mistaken, it's on its 5th season. I'm a bit behind at the moment. So I knew that some people might recognize the character. And I just wanted to inspire people, basically. Just know that you can cosplay who you want to and whatever, like however you want to do it.
Will I be seeing you as Bakugo for Comic-Con?
No, I will be dressing up as Yoriichi. So there's 4 days of Comic-Con, 4 different like outfits. So one of them confirmed, Yoriichi from Bleach, Cat Lady, and she transforms, but I'll be obviously in her normal attire, not cat attire. I cannot transform. And then I'll also be doing Sailor Venus from Sailor Moon.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those 2 are confirmed, and then the other 2, I think I'll keep it as a secret for now.
Coming up on Mastering Cosplay.
So when it comes to the judging process of a cosplay competition, depending on the level that you're entered into will determine how strictly they will mark you according to your reference images.
Okay, go. Okay, and now when you turn it over, look how nice. It looks like I'm doing upholstery.
So I hear that you have to make 60% of your costume yourself.
Definitely, yes.
Okay, so how thick do you want the tail?
For many, router and laser cutting is an important part of cosplay. I'm here to meet Ross, who's going to give me the lowdown.
Hey, Ross.
Miles.
What are you up to?
Oh, working as usual.
And that's routery and laser cutting.
Yes, yeah, that's our core business, CNC cutting. What we're doing is for Hollywood costumes, and we do props, sets, quite a wide span of things that we do for them.
And have you made this here?
We made this for them. It's a thing that they put for the, let me show you on this side. It's for the models, for modeling, and it actually goes on the model's back. So basically it goes like this, and then it's on the catwalk, and it's all lit up. Looks very nice.
I know you're good with your hands. Did you do each one of these individual sequins?
I'm going to have to say no, we didn't. So that's the nice thing of working with Hollywood, is they amazing people. So we give them, they say what they want, and we give them the outline, the raw thing. So we did all the glitter and that, and we give it to them, and it looks nice. And when they're done with it, it looks spectacular. So they did all the bling bling that's on your.
For the cosplayers, are you guys making like props and armor and things like that?
Yes, yeah. Especially with the CNC cutting. If they've got to cut stuff by hand, it will take them ages to do it. Look, there's a lot of people, if you check on YouTube, there are a lot of guys that do cut with scissors and perfecto knives and all that. But it takes time. A laser cutter just simplifies everything. I mean, you just load the program, send the file, and push start. It does everything. So this has been router cut, all the outlines of the stars and that. But I have cut a little model of it with a laser that you can see there, and it's basically, that's exactly this.
Wow, so this is laser cut.
That was laser cut, Joe, and that's just a smaller version.
This is on a different, a smaller scale.
Yes.
Exactly the same thing.
I've just scaled it down.
And the same machine makes both.
No, this is router cut. That was
this
laser.
is sorry, this is the router, this is laser, but
Yes.
it's the same design.
Same design, yeah. Between the router and the laser, you can use the same artwork and combine it. So say if the customer wanted like more grooves or something just cut out, but not all the way through, that you'll do on the router, and you'll cut grooves and whatever. You know, the laser cuts through, and you can do engraving with the laser, that's like just like taking off the top layer or something like that. I've got wings here, let me show you. These were cut for also obviously cosplay, but they were laser cut. As you can see, more aiming towards the steampunk era for the gears and stuff. Yeah, so you can put this on if you want.
Not bleeding.
Stick your
it's
arm
okay.
through there.
Okay. Hopefully this thing won't
I can
cut
show
me.
you what it looks like. This arm back here, that's it. Stick it up, and you can bring it down. There you go. And so that's basically, so we make the whole harness for them and everything, and they dress it up, and so you can turn it around and you can check it out, man.
I'm not sure these wings would make me fly.
No, they won't. I doubt very much. You just pick up your arms all straight up. Yeah. Just slide it up.
Okay, cool. Hey, that is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, now tell me about this material. Is this like a feather? And what about this stuff? Is this routery?
This is all laser cut, and it's 2 layers, because what we do then is we glue a layer of material in between to fill up the gaps, and then we glue the top layer to the bottom layer, so we sandwich it in between.
Cool.
And then just to disguise everything that's going on in the back here, you just like put feathers or whatever, whichever material. Sometimes we just put like a foam type material or something, and that just hides the screws that holds the harness.
This is a much lighter material than what you've made here. So you have a whole span and range of materials you can use.
The laser cutter cuts leather, foam, paper even, wood, perspex. So our lasers are just not powerful enough to cut metals. When we go to metals, we'll use the router machine, because then we put a different bit in to cut aluminium or brass or copper or whatever.
If a cosplayer were to come to you with the design, would you be able to help them?
Most definitely, but if they come with artwork, it's a lot easier. Sometimes people come with pictures or image that they got off Pinterest or whatever.
Does that work for you?
It can, but then obviously it takes time for us to design the thing, and they think you come with a picture and you show the machine the picture, and yeah, please cut this. Doesn't work like that. You've actually got to program it and put it in they call it G code. But they can come with a picture. Sometimes we can make it better. Sometimes we've got to take a bit of a shortcut to there's limitations on some things.
But also endless possibilities.
Endless possibilities. Somebody brought this to us. This was just a raw wooden box, and we've made like the leather cut with the chains and the rope. So it still needs to get like a little buckle or thing.
I know what I put in this.
Cigars.
Something like that. Ross, do you cosplay?
No, I don't.
Are you thinking of getting into it with these wings?
You know what? I enjoy making. I create. And the cosplayers, they've got amazing ideas. And for me to help get their ideas into a reality is, I think, more rewarding than what it would be for me to cosplay. All right. And Kevin will tell you a little bit more about the router cutting process.
Kevin, tell me about routering.
The artwork is open on a software called UCanCam, and with UCanCam, I program a DXF file, and then the artwork, according to the sizes and so forth, I take it on the flash drive as programmed, and I'm going to install it on the router works programming piece, and from then onwards, I press start, and then the router bit does all the instructions accordingly.
And it's a drill bit, basically, that goes in and does the work.
Exactly, just as you programmed.
And what sort of things can you make with this?
I would say it's all in what you want, and from what you want, we give you a 99% chance of turning that into a reality. You can router from woodwork, aluminum, composite, foam board, and so forth. but it all just turns all ordinary stuff into cool stuff.
And then what happens when you take the piece from the router? How do you finish it?
I usually sand it down with a nice touch, just to make sure it's fine by the edges, smooth and perfect for the clients.
Kevin, can you tell me what type of things you're routering for cosplay now?
Oh, we are currently routering gears for cosplay, whereby the gears will be put together according to the sizes given from the artwork, and then they are going to be put together accordingly to make out the better piece, and they will look perfect when they're complete.
Coming up on Mastering Cosplay. There are 40 days left to Comic-Con Africa, and Brendan has made substantial progress on his armor.
I've just glued some of that on here to add a bit more interest and texture to the piece.
Terry creates leather armor pieces,
Always allow for seam allowance.
and Tifu continues her journey as she puts her ideas on paper.
Actually, I've decided to do Neytiri from the movie Avatar.
Oh, you've got the looks for that.
Thank you.
Okay, so it is 40 days to Comic-Con Africa, and as you can see, I have got parts of my costume standing here next to me on my mannequin, which is affectionately known as Mannequin Skywalker. So, as you can see here, previously I showed you the helmet and the breastplates, but a lot more has been done since then. We've also got some shoulder pauldrons over here. We've also got this piece over here, also another form of pauldron. So here is another pauldron which will attach on this side. The style of the two pauldrons is quite different. This one has gone for more of a paneled style with some rivets, whereas this one has gone for like a faux mail kind of look on it, which for this I just used some rubber non-slip mat that you would put underneath a carpet to stop a carpet sliding around. I've just glued some of that on here to add a bit more interest and texture to the piece. So these pieces attach on there like that. There's some more pieces here, so these are part of the spaulders of the costume. So the spaulders generally protect the bicep part of a piece of armor, and so these will attach to these parts of the pauldrons over here. So just with some tape, like so, and on the other side as well, just like that. You'll notice that the helmet is just a blank face, but I have also created these pieces here, which will work as a visor for the helmet and will be attached on there, and we'll have this black visor go underneath there that will allow me to see out, but no one else to see my face when I'm walking around the convention floor. So we've got some pieces of leg armor which will attach to the shin of the costume, and these will be put on with some leather straps, and they will protect the leg of the character just like so. You'll probably be noticing that some of the foam is black and some of the foam is blue, and that is because all the pieces that are made out of blue foam is a really thin 2mm craft foam, which is just used for adding details, and the black foam is varying between 5mm and 8mm in various densities of EVA foam. We've also been working on some VAM braces which protect the forearm of the character, so these pieces will also have some leather strapping which will allow the cosplayer to strap them to their arm, such as this. Now, moving on to one of my favorite things. When I initially saw the design of this character, one of the things that drew me to it was the use of chainmail in the design. And I've done costumes in the past that have had chainmail in them, but I've always gone the easy option. I was really going to push myself to do something bigger than what I've ever done before, because as I'm in the Masters division, I really just wanted to push myself. And so I have been working on making some handmade chainmail, which you can see here. So this chainmail is using the Japanese 4-in-1 style of chainmail, which basically you have one big ring and then 4 smaller rings connected to it, which connect all the pieces together. And I've been making sleeves of these chainmail, which will attach to an undershirt and protect the bicep portion of the arm, such as this, and go underneath the spaulders and pauldrons and hang down like so. I binged a lot of TV while I just sat for like 2 weeks or so just putting all this chainmail together. So yeah, there's lots of chainmail in the costume. Another thing that we have been working on for this costume is the props. Previously, I showed you the 3D printed handles, but as you can see now, they've got some blades on them. So the blades of this dagger and the sword are made out of some 10mm EVA foam, the same foam that was used for the big pauldron pieces, in a really high density, which stops them from being too wobbly and makes them quite stiff. And then they have also got a wooden dowel rod core to stop them from being or flimsy when you swing it around, but rather they stay nice and stiff. So here we've got the sword, and here we've got the dagger. The next thing that we've got here is I've been working on the karmas of this costume. So the karmas are typically fabric soft parts that will go around the waist of a costume to protect the wearer's legs. It's not really to stop, it won't stop a sword blow, but it's just add a level of protection. And so if you have a look here, you'll notice there's almost like a quilted pattern to it, like these little squares, almost looking like it's been quilted together. But these pieces are white. In the character reference sheet, they're actually a dark gray or a black. One thing that I love about costumes that have got lots of pouches is it gives me lots of space to put stuff. So generally when you're wearing a costume, your biggest concern is always, where am I going to keep my phone? Where am I keeping my wallet? Where am I keeping like car keys, anything else that you have on you? The nice thing about this character and the design of it and the art is he's got lots and lots of pouches. So the pouches are really great because it will allow me to hold my phone, to hold my keys, to hold my wallet, to hold any snacks that I need to have with me while I'm walking around in costume. So yeah, there will be the one pouch which will attach to the breastplate over here, and then there's a few other larger pouches which he will wear around his waist, such as this one, which I'm currently in the process of putting together. So as you can see, there is still a lot of work to be done on this costume. It still needs a bit more construction, it needs painting, it needs finishing, it needs weathering, all that kind of stuff. But I know that we're going to push on, we're going to get this costume done so that when it comes time to Comic-Con Africa later this year, we are going to be walking around that convention floor wearing an epic suit of medieval armor.
Okay, so we are back in my cosplay room, and just a little update on how my costume has been going while you've been gone. I have added a strap to the cloak so it can now officially stand up on its own and it's not being pinned down to my mannequin. I've done some shading across the chest plate here to make it more three-dimensional. So one of the things about making armor is if you just make it silver, as just a flat color silver, it's not going to work. It's going to look far too flat and fake. So we create shading to do more three-dimensional effect and make it look more like armor. So I've done that so far. And you'll notice that I've added these silver bits to the ends of the skirt piece just to make it look more like armor. And I have weathered this beautiful long cape. So what I've done here as well is I have done the boots, I've shaded the boots, I have added straps. The nice thing that I've done here is instead of attaching the armor to the boots completely and irreparably damaging my boots, because I like to use these for other costumes as well. So if you don't want to wreck perfectly good boots, you can attach these, just slip one of the magnets under the sock and then glue the other magnet to the armor and then it'll stay put. And then you don't have to worry about gluing this to your boot. Just a little cosplay tip there. So I've done that, and this is the fur that's going to be going on around here. I know fur is very expensive. This isn't real fur, but even the fake fur is very expensive. So I've just used offcuts from a costume that I've done before. So what we're going to be doing today is she has got some thigh-high leather guards. So the reason I'm wearing leggings today is because we are going to cling wrap my thighs to make the pattern for the leather armor. So let's get started. I've got the image up here on the computer. It comes from the knee all the way up to the thigh. So what we do first, because I'm not going to actually put tape to my thigh, that's going to end badly. Take cling wrap and we're going to put it on the thigh. So I'm going to start at the knee because that's where hers starts. I'm going to do it straight. So this is basically what you do when you don't have a pattern. Good. Okay. Masking tape. So we're going to go around. Just be careful not to go too tight that you can't cut it off later. The difficult part is going to be doing the back of this because I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, in future, guys, when you're doing this, use duct tape. It'll cover more space. This is the very glamorous part of cosplaying. I know it doesn't look it, but I'm having a great time. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now we're going to go in with a marker and draw out the pattern. So there's a knee piece and then a thigh piece. So we're going to do the knee piece first. It doesn't matter if it's rough. It's just to get an idea for you to cut out your pattern. I can't see my leg. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do, now that we've drawn out the pattern, so I'm going to explain to you how the back of this goes. So when speaking to the artist, he said that he doesn't know how it attaches on the back or how it looks at the back. So it's my job to worry about how I actually attach this piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a corset string back, cross string back on the back here. And that'll also help me to cinch it without worrying about Velcro straps cutting into my thighs, because we all know thighs don't look good with stretchy elastic cutting into them. So I think a nice corseted back will look best. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take some scissors and we're going to cut out the pattern. Just pray I don't cut my actual pants. Normally I do this with like little shorts on so that I can feel the scissors, but it's cold, so we're not going to do that. Aha! First pattern done. Okay, and that is my knee piece. I want that to stay solid, one solid piece, so I'm going to very carefully put my scissors here and guess. Ah, freedom! Ah, okay, so there's our knee piece. And this is a very clever way to get your patterns that you want. You can do this also if you're trying to make chest pieces for foam, or if you're needing to do armor. That goes there. Okay. So now that we got this, I need to get out my leather.
I am going to meet up with Jeanette, a fine artist who's going to help me bring up the idea and sketch the idea of Neytiri mashed up with the Venda culture, which is my culture, and that's the idea I have. I hope she can bring it to life. Hello.
Hi, welcome. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
It's an
and
absolute pleasure.
for squeezing me in your very
No
busy
problem.
schedule. You have a beautiful home.
Oh, thank you. This is also
So
my
beautiful.
studio. What do we do today?
Okay, so I have entered Comic-Con
Yes.
as a beginner, the novice
Section, yes.
Yes. I've decided to do Neytiri from the movie Avatar.
Oh, you've got the looks for that.
Thank you. Okay, so I've learned about the mashup in Comic-Con where you can take two things and bring
And combine
mash
it. Oh,
together.
that sounds very interesting. So what do you want to combine?
I want to combine Neytiri and my Venda culture, you know,
Oh,
to bring in
interesting.
the Venda flair into it.
Yes, lovely.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, with your very talented skills, to please help me like bring it to life, because I have it in my head and I think you could maybe
Okay, I will be
interpret.
the hand. I'll draw it out for you. So what have you got in mind? Do you want to wear beads?
Yes, I want to wear African beads and feathers maybe on my neck, because
That
even
sounds
Neytiri
lovely,
has
yes.
a beaded feathered
Necklace with feathers, yeah.
I guess that's how you put it. And then
And what do you want to do with the skirt?
I want to do leather and mix it with the Venda fabric.
Fabric. What kind of fabric is the Venda fabric?
I chose the color green. It's like
Oh,
green
lovely.
with stripes, like yellow. The colors are almost like this, but then it's stripes.
Ah, I see.
yeah.
Okay, not like a floral pattern or
Yeah,
anything. Okay.
yeah.
And you want that for the skirt?
For the skirt and add leather as well. Like the front will be leather, and then the
The
fabric
side
will be the
panels will
side.
be, okay. Like the
Yes.
green and the blue stripes.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good. With a feather necklace, let's add a feather necklace. And what do you want to do on your head?
Okay, I have a wig that I'm thinking of braiding and putting in beads and feathers as well on the wig.
Ah, lovely. Okay.
Yeah,
That will
'Cause
add a
that's
lot of
also-
visual interest.
definitely.
Interesting. And in terms of cuffs, have you got any ideas?
With cuffs, I can use beads. I can make beads as well.
Ah, okay. So I think cuffs would look really nice.
Okay.
So you've got the blue bodysuit. and you've got the leather and the
Yes.
green striped fabrics and the feather around the neck.
Yes.
Let's do something with the cuffs as well.
All right.
Okay, maybe beads and leather in combination to
Yes.
just repeat the leather on the skirt. And some fabric.
Yeah.
I'm here in Rudaport to meet with Mao, who's a top cosplay competitor with a speciality in sewing. I look forward to learning more about his craft.
Hi.
How are you? I'm Miles.
I'm Mal.
Nice to meet you. Are you
Nice to meet you.
excited?
I'm nervous.
Nervous why?
Because presenting, it's weird.
I'm presenting, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, cool. So I'm just talking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's
Come
do
in.
Mao,
Yes.
your studio room, what happens in here?
Okay, so obviously I have my PC, so a lot of gaming.
Okay.
And then I have my sewing machine, my overlocker, so I do all my work in here.
Tell me how you got into cosplay.
Okay, so in grade 11, I started watching anime, and then I started going into like places like Tumblr.
So anime was a gateway drug.
Yeah.
And then from there?
So at the end of 2014, which is my matric year, then I went to Rage. So that was my first convention. And I cosplayed Eren from Attack on Titan.
Tell me what you do.
So I create my own costumes. I buy costumes. I get sponsored costumes, and then I wear them to conventions. I make videos. I do photos. So then it's just creating content and then just enjoying myself and making other people happy at the same time.
What sort of reactions do you get to cosplay?
You get a lot of negative reactions from people all around, but you kind of just have to find your own joy in it. And you also have people that understand you, so you need to find comfort in that as well.
And have you found your niche in the cosplay world?
Yes.
And what is that?
I identify as a competing cosplayer, so I focus on my competitions, I focus on my performances.
And is this your profession?
Not anymore.
What's your profession?
I actually do technical writing, so writing manuals and stuff for an airline, actually.
For airplane crashes?
No, for airline flying.
Are you a part-time cosplayer then?
Yes.
Okay.
So now I do it as a hobby, but I
Okay.
still do make some income from it, but it's not as much as before.
Tell me about your competitions and competing.
So I compete at master's level, which is the highest level, because I've won too many competitions.
Okay.
So once you've won like a specific amount of competitions, then you're considered too good for some of the categories.
Your big wins, what did you win based on?
Sorry.
Sewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know what you want to know.
But you're good at sewing.
Yes.
It's your thing. It's like your number one.
Yes.
That's what you excel at.
I mean, like, I started with some armor, but my strong suit is definitely with sewing. I mean, like, my armor's getting okay. My props still need a lot of work, but like when I enter competitions, I mainly go for the sewing category.
Tell me about the most exciting competition that you've done.
Definitely my most exciting cosplay competition and competition that I'm most proud of is WCS, so the World Cosplay Summit.
And where is that?
So basically it's like an Olympics of cosplay. So you have like preliminary competitions in each country. And me and my friend Kelsey, Jinxie Cosplay, we competed and then we won the inaugural competition in South Africa in 2018.
So you went to Japan, and what
Yeah.
happened in Japan?
So it was grueling, like, not gonna lie. Like, as much as it was exciting, it's 10 days of straight cosplay. So you have like a cosplay every day, sometimes 2 cosplays a day, and then like you're going to different events, you're going to different things.
You're good in South Africa.
Yeah.
What are you in Japan compared to everybody else?
I feel like I'm a mite, like so tiny, because I went through and so there was like 40, 50 other countries, and all of them are good in their own countries. So then we all converge in Japan, and you look around and you're just like, I need to level up. This is not my level. So it was very humbling to see the level that other people perform at.
What's your plan for Comic-Con this year?
Okay, so a game that I play a lot of is Genshin Impact. So from Genshin Impact, there's this character, his name is Goro, and he's like a general of an army, but he's like really tiny, and I just love him because he has little dog ears, a little tail, and he's like really cute, so I decided to make his outfit, so.
Okay, and is that this outfit?
Yeah, so obviously this is not complete, so please don't judge me.
What are you competing in this year?
Masters. So Masters involves sewing, it involves armor and representation, so it like combines everything, and that's why it's like the best of the best kind of thing. You even have to like submit a portfolio. That's kind of like a school project that you have to like label everything in like a list and say, I did this, here's my progress photos.
But you're not going to be able to show me this costume because it's not ready.
No.
And what are you
I just
gonna
wanted to show off.
What can you show me?
It's Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. So I have a little figurine of him. It's not accurate, but it's fine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like when I was making the outfits, I was very upset because I was looking at the figurine for like reference images, and then I saw that it wasn't accurate, and I was very upset. I made the outfit. I won FanCon in 2018. It's definitely my most treasured cosplay because I'm most proud of it. I started it like beginning of 2017, and I only finished it middle of 2018. Took the most out of me. There was a lot of struggle. So I entered into Icon in 2017, I entered into Rage 2017, and then I placed in 2018.
Cool. Will you put it on for me?
Yes.
Wow, in character.
Not really.
But this is one of the outfits that you've made all by
Yes,
hand, right?
everything.
So a huge amount of work must go into this. I mean, I imagine from your jacket. What about your shoes? You
Okay.
haven't bought those from a store, have
No,
you?
so the base of the shoes, like I bought boots, but then I covered them with fabric of different textures and layered the material and everything, so.
So this is your favorite, is that right?
This is my favorite.
And you're bringing it back for Comic-Con this year.
Yeah, I really want to.
But just for one of the days.
Yeah, just for the Thursday, I think.
And it's not a competing
No,
costume this year, is
and
it?
because I've already competed with it, then you can't compete with it again.
So what is it that makes you enjoy this costume so much?
I'm most proud of it because it's like it took so long to make it, and it's so accurate, and it took so much love that I put into it.
What could you tell me about the character and how that makes you feel?
He's very relatable to me because
Why
like
is that?
well, one, he's depressed. So I'm just like, yeah, hard relates. Like he feels very like under pressure all the time because he needs to live up to something, but he's just trying to make his way with his friends and try to do his best.
I know you mentioned earlier that you're in the process of transitioning. Is that something you talk about? Is it related
Yeah,
to
no,
cosplay?
I'm more than open with it because I know that a couple of people have come up to me and then they ask me about their own gender journeys because they are uncertain or they have questions, anything like that. So I've always been very open about, so I was born female, but I'm transitioning. So I started testosterone in 2019. I'm mostly through most of the second puberty, so my voice has dropped, I grow facial hair, my muscle is redistributed. So if anyone has any questions, then I always answer them as honestly as I can.
And how has that process affected your cosplay and your characters?
Not much, actually, because the only thing that is like affected by it is that now I don't have to bind my chest when I do male characters. So before a binder basically flattens your chest so that it gives off that impression.
Okay.
So now I don't have to do that anymore because I've had surgery.
So I guess a lot has changed for you then since you started cosplay
Yeah.
and until now. What's next for you?
Basically, just doing as best as I can, trying to keep competing, keep striving harder, and just trying to aim higher. So that's what I want to do.
So the pieces for these pouches, as you can see the completed one here, are all just cut out of a faux leather vinyl, and then I've used this hole punch to pre-punch all the holes where I want to put my leather cord or thread through to put them together. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to finish this one up here. So as you can see, we've got the front piece and the sides of the bag, and we are going to attach this back piece with the top that folds over like that to make the little pouch to keep some stuff in. So in the reference art, these are brown leather, and you can actually see that there's some different shades of brown. So as you'll notice here, the leather that I've used for the faux leather that I've used for the front of the bag and the sides of the bag are actually two different colors, and they're two different styles of faux leather, and so that's just to add a bit more interest and variance to the piece. So when it comes to the judging process of a cosplay competition, depending on the level that you're entered into will determine how strictly they will mark you according to your reference images. So because I'm competing in the Masters level, they are going to be pretty strict and stringent to make sure that all the details that are included in the reference images are included in my costume. So when it comes to being at a convention and you need to go to the bathroom while you're in cosplay, it really depends on the type of costume you're wearing. I generally try and design my costumes in such a way that going to the bathroom is not really a hassle. So as you can see here, I've still got to put the rest of the leather cord around the edge, the top there. But if we look here, you can see we've got a little pouch here with a little piece that comes over and closes off like that. And I'll go ahead and I'll go later and put some little magnets or some catches on there so that these pouches can snap closed. So we've still got quite a bit to do before Comic-Con, a little bit of construction on the armor and all that kind of stuff, but primarily we are getting to the stage where we are going to start painting this bad boy. We're going to put some primer on, put some a lot of white paint all over it, add all the blue insignias and everything, and then start weathering it. So that's a lot of the work that we've still got left to do, but more on that next time.
And now I have to do the tedious task of cutting the knee guard out. I'm going to do a little bit of give because then I'm going to have to fold that and put in the cross straps at the back. So always allow for seam allowance. And now it's time to sew. But let's get started with the knee guard. That wasn't slowly. See, when it's curved like this, I'm so nervous because if you mess it up, the curves are gonna go all wonky. Okay, let's line it up. This is a bit of a trust the process, even for me. The other parts are gonna be much easier. Okay, go. Okay, now, when you turn it over, look how nice. It looks like I'm doing upholstery. Yes! We sewed. It worked. It's nice and neat-ish for me. It's neat-ish. Okay, so there's the thigh piece. I'm gonna be doing a cross stitch back so that it can stay put. And then this is the knee part. That's gonna go over the knee like that. So just imagine it's gonna be a lot more weathered. I'm gonna be adding some hand stitching just to give it more of like a feel of being a hand-sewn leather garment sort of idea. This is what we've done so far, and hopefully it'll look something close to the picture when I'm done. So next time you see me, we'll hopefully have two nice little leather thigh guards.
Is this enough for you to take to the lady who's going to make the skirt for you?
I think this should be enough. So what would you advise I do with the tail? Like how would I incorporate it?
So I hear that you have to make 60% of your costume yourself.
Definitely, yes.
Okay, so how thick do you want the tail?
Not too thick, because Neytiri's one, because I have reference pictures of it.
Yes.
It's about the size. It could
Think about this in diameters, so this is too thin. Otherwise, you can just use the sewing machine and stitch a pocket, almost similar to something I've done here for another project. You know, you can just create like a sleeve and then stuff it with cotton wool.
Yeah, I think this could work.
Okay, Tifu.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right. This looks amazing.
I really hope this is helpful.
I think so too. Like, they don't lie. that you're amazing at it. I mean, I see it now, and it should help the process.
Fantastic. All the best with the competition. I hope it goes really well.
Well, I've met 2 sewers now, 1 intermediate and 1 master. It seems like quite an involved craft.
Cosplay lingo for today. Shoe covers. A cover over your base shoe or boots to retain its quality in order for you to have different shoes for your different characters. These can be removed and stored with the rest of the matching costume. Shading. Commonly used with makeup, but also used when making cosplays and armor to give them depth and character.
You say your mind runs wild in cosplay, so perhaps your mind runs a little bit wild with the fear as well. Are you afraid of what someone else might do or say?
I think it's more with what they would say.
Is it a religious thing? How do they feel about that?
The town we're in, it's very religious, unfortunately, because you get judged for having piercings, tattoos, what you wear.